So with any new initiative, to get adoption of it, we really always want to see what the value is. To do something new and different, you need to be getting something more out of it than current systems allow. And listening to all of you speak, certainly there were references to cost, and Dr. Eichler, you mentioned that perhaps that was something we have to talk about as well. But I'm rather wondering if we could focus on value. I would be interested to hear from the panel around what you believe the value we're going to bring from doing this in a new way, and that we can use that then hopefully to start talking about with other stakeholders who may not yet be fully on board. I had a few thoughts of my own, but I'd be interested to hear where you see the value we're going to bring.
Can I start with you, Sarah, on that one? For no particular reason.
I wonder why. Actually, the value I see to this in the industry, this is probably not the answer that either you or Jeremy are expecting. We'll get onto that in a minute. But I see an extremely inefficient industry, just my interactions, which there have been numerous. I've been at NICE 15 years, started off in the appraisal group, so receiving dossiers, reading dossiers, looking at the trials that have been done and seeing, there's some obvious mistakes that are being made here. And that view's continued through co-leading with Get Real and the Adaptive Pathways pilot. Just looking at these steps, these hurdles to get anything done, to get anything changed, is exhausting. I can see this in colleagues working in industry. So I see maybe for industry itself the biggest value is the opportunity to step and see how you could be doing something differently with this, how you could be more efficient in the way you bring drugs through. And I'm also seeing the value to society, because I think that there are a lot of drugs that are not commercially viable. Good science there has gone into them, but they're just not commercially viable to bring through. And that's where I see the big opportunity for the Adaptive Pathways pilot to have a discussion about how to make those commercially viable. What
would make NICE value, a product developed in this way? Where would you see, what would appeal to you if a company came forward and said, we're going to do it under this? I would, I'm speaking from me personally, so please don't anyone take this as a NICE view on this. I would be really keen for companies just to be very open about the uncertainty that they have with that evidence. It's a new product, we've just launched it, we're now being required to do less evidence. So here is our plan to manage that uncertainty. And whilst we're doing that process, we want you to work with us. This product is now licensed, so we're asking now for the healthcare systems to invest in that. I would like companies to come forward with a plan for managing that uncertainty. The healthcare system is now showing them the risk, might be providing some of the infrastructure to support that development in terms of monitoring. So let's see proper risk sharing agreements happening.